Guys, welcome back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty. Couldn't even say my own channel name. All right, Drip Coach coming to you, and I want to share some insight, I guess. Take it with a grain of salt of how you want to look at this, but I'm choosing to see this as a good thing. And if you're not aware, the Animal Farm launch date has been announced. It will be October 18th, and the dogs crediting will be September 15th. So that means basically we have 2 more weeks where there won't be anything taking place on the Animal Farm, but in that 2 weeks, we will see the UI updated by the 15th. So the current UI that we have now will be upgraded to the new one that was shown in the images and stuff that I shared previously. Now, what does that mean for the price? I'm glad you asked, and I have run some numbers as always, but take them with a grain of salt. There's no guarantee what will happen, but I decided to look at the drip price like in 45-day increments. And the reason I picked that is because basically 45 days from now, the farms will be on pause. It's about 46, 47, depending on the time zone you're in and where you start to look. But I saw kind of a pattern. So they say history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, right? So I saw 45 days, we had a 60% drawdown. This was sitting at the $32 range around 26 April. Then we peaked off at $11. That was 60% on 10 June. Then we went down, zoom in here, another 59.99%, depending on where you pick it, could be exactly 60 or so, from 11 June to the, which one is this? That 25, 26. And then another one, I'm forecasting out from the top of this last 45-day cycle when we peaked out above $10. Not above $10, sorry, August 1st, because there was some announcement here and then we peaked out here. So I drew 45 days out from here, and that takes us out to about $4.50 or so, $4 even. Then I also took 45 days out. Wait, that takes us out to October, the actual launch date, October 14th, just in front of the launch date. And then I also looked at 45 days from this like last bull cycle, which takes us out to the 15th of September, which is when we will actually be able to get our dogs credited. So what am I getting at? Well, I believe that we will have some more downside volatility, some more sell pressure, and with nowhere to put funds and get new eyeballs on drip, at least until the 15th of September, then there's nothing that can stave off the sell pressure aside from community generated activities, as you've seen, like the 1% NFT, like the no sell August and all that stuff. So it's definitely done a good job of having us not crash through the floor, but it won't be enough to offset what we've been seeing. I don't know how much sell pressure is still left on, but there are people that are clearly claiming out or selling because they have to or because they don't want to be in the project, whatever the case may be. So what I wanted to put in here is be prepared for some excellent buying opportunities, because you could see some low sub 5s in my opinion. I know a lot of people are saying we won't see that, but I don't know, but just saying you could see that. So you could see back, in my opinion, to definitely below 6 and to the 5 and 4 and maybe even lower, depending on how much buy pressure is on the outside waiting to come in if we break below 5s again. But the point I want to get everybody to see is that this is a great buying opportunity. And the last one, we keep saying the last one, and I know there's tons of YouTubers out there. This is it. This is the last chance. Going to the moon, going to the moon. I don't want to tell you guys that because we don't know. when that will actually take place. But logic dictates as soon as the farms are unpaused and all of this marketing that's going on from the 15th September all the way to the launch date of 18 October, they will be bringing eyeballs to the animal farm. Now, whether or not from the 15th September to October 18th, they will find their way into the drip garden is not known. We don't know where they'll be, but we do know there'll be eyeballs coming to the farm. And the bullish news for drip is that when they come to the farm, there's only 3 places to play. So they'll have the piggy bank, they'll have the pig pen, and they have the drip garden. So hopefully that marketing and a little bit of intuition from people and curiosity will lead them to the drip garden, which can cause the drip garden to pump by default, and or people get more curious and like, what is the drip garden, and find their way over to drip, or Google, or not Google, but search CoinGecko for drip, and then they find their way to the drip community. I don't know, but what I do know is that we have history, again, doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, and we've seen since the farms have been paused that if there's nowhere for drip to go, then people will continue claiming. And right now, sitting in wallets is about 800,000 drip tokens that people have basically just been stashing, waiting. I've listened to a couple of the whales in the Reap DAO and stuff. Shout outs to Wannabe Whale, mentioned that they are waiting, and even Stunner mentioned the same thing, waiting to put drip into the farms. So that means if they're waiting, that means they will continue to claim their available drip from their faucet, and that means it's sitting in their wallet. So right now we have 1.7 million drip. And as Forex mentioned on the last AMA, we're just moving drip around and locking it up. So just a quick message, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That does help the channel as well as help bring brand awareness to all Forex Shark related projects. Thanks. You have people with 30,000, 58,000, 14,000, and a lot of these whales have actually stated they want to pair it with BUSD. Now, does that mean they will sell half and get BUSD for it? Or does that mean they're going to use their own BUSD single tunnel lines? I don't know. But there's a lot of drip that will be moved over to the farms. But until then, there's nowhere for them to put it. So they're going to continue stacking and accumulating it. And that means the contract will continue minting drip because there's not enough to pay it out. The current contract is down here somewhere with 6,000 drip tokens or so, or 5,000. Looks like it went to less already. So it's on the next page. There it is. 3,500 drip tokens. So the whole point of this video, I want you guys to see, is that this is bullish. And the way you should be thinking about this is how much drip can you accumulate between now and when the farms actually go live. So a great tool to use, and that's what I did for myself here, put in my current drip amount, days to forecast, 45 days. It's actually like 47. And then you can create your own custom claim strategy. I'm doing the 6-in-1 because I do airdrops, no dollar cost averaging. But that means I can take my 2,944 drip that I currently have, and by the time the farms unpause, I can have 4,298. So almost double my drip bag, because remember, it takes about 70 some odd days, 75, 74 days to double your bag. So you should be focusing on this especially. And if you're even more bullish on drip, you should be looking at this drip garden as a great opportunity. The LPs in here have actually increased substantially. So you look at PancakeSwap drip liquidity, we have 556,000 drip. This was sitting at around 400,000 or so at some stage. Let me pull up the actual analytics. All right, this is the garden token analytics. So as you can see, since 25 July, we have continued to get more people into the garden. So the garden is definitely a bullish play, meaning if you had got in here due to the decay, you got a great amount of plants, but now also the LP balance has increased dramatically. So I think we will see more people getting into the garden, and I do believe that the marketing will help find eyes towards the garden. But what I want you guys just to realize is that in the short term, expect drip to go lower, because again, without any new capital coming in to support it, and we still have the exact same buy pressure, or sell pressure, I'm sorry, there's only so much the community can do to offset that, and that's been going on for 6 months. So I believe a lot of people have extra capital, but they are actually waiting for the farms to launch. So I think what will happen, here's my prediction. We're going to trade sideways between the $5 to $10 range. Yeah, I know that's a wide range. I'm going to call it 4. I'm going to go $4 to $10. We're going to trade sideways all the way until the farms actually launch. Because what I believe will happen is that we will have some new people join, and then that new people joining will buy, and that'll pump the price a little bit, and then we have the exact same amount of people selling. So that's just gonna make it trade sideways. But the good news is, like Forex mentioned, we are locking up more liquidity outside of the native DEX, and more tokens locked up is bullish for drip. So we have sitting in this contract now, what is that, about 468,000 cake LPs. Total supply, actually, I don't remember looking this up. We have 468,000, half of that would be drip by itself, I believe. Is that how you do that? I don't actually remember, guys. So I'm drawing a blank while making this video, but you have another 556,000 locked on the native, on PancakeSwap itself. So in the short term, expect some more downside. In the long term, this is a great buying, accumulating opportunity, not financial advice, especially if you're bullish on drip. So spread the word, because even like they say in the macro side that Raul Paul mentioned in his last kind of interview, that even if we have more macro downside volatility, it's only 50% down from here. So even the most bearish, what do you call that? Ideas for Bitcoin is 10,000. So that's 50% downside from here. So even if we again hit 50% from where we are, that leaves us in the high threes to $4 range. And if you're buying in here, then it's all the way back up from there. So that's an awesome opportunity, in my opinion, not financial advice, of course. All right, guys, until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See you.